Annastacia Palaszczuk said beating the LNP in 2015 was like climbing Mount Everest. However, the victory was narrow and her critics say she's been too timid. But supporters say she's taken a sensible approach to minority government. We take a look back at her time in the top job.
From leading a meagre team of 7 opposition MPs in 2012 to leading the state less than 3 years later. The LNP's startling implosion in the 2015 election made Annastacia Palaszczuk the accidental premier, but not in her mind.
Well, I always thought we would win the election. So it was no surprise to me.
Critics, like former Liberal Vice President Graham Young, say Ms Palaszczuk wasn't ready for it and doesn't have a lot to show for a term in office.
I think if you went out there and asked the man in the street what the keynote achievement of this government is, they'd be stumped. And I think probably if you ask most members of the government and most members of the opposition or the crossbench, it'd be exactly the same response.
The government managed to pass 138 bills, short of the LNP's 170, but in less time. Defenders say Ms Palaszczuk has delivered a steady hand after the turmoil of the Newman term.
A whole lot of public ferment, public demonstrations. After you get all that, you get a collective sigh of relief from the public when that's all over. And I think that has been the backdrop to this government.
And this former Labor minister says losing 2 MPs to the crossbench has made governing more difficult.
And when you lose a few members, that process has to be more deliberative. Therefore, it looks slower because it is slower.
Now Ms Palaszczuk has 4 weeks to ask voters to deal her a stronger hand. Chris O'Brien, ABC News.